Jordan. What's the feeling after a game where you guys lost, but you had such good looks at the end that just didn't fall?
Good fight tonight by our guys. We've been in a lot of dog fights these last 5 or 6 games or so. It's really hard to win consecutive games. 4 in a row is tough, but we fought. We battled back in that fourth. We just had a couple looks that didn't go in. We got to find ways to get stops, and we'll be all right.
The 26 points you had in the second half were one short of the best half you've ever had in an NBA game. Just what was working for you in the third and fourth quarter?
It was being aggressive, playing my game, making the right play. Coach put the ball in my hands and allows me to make plays not only for my teammates but for myself, try to get us good looks, kind of try to control the situation down the stretch, and just try to put pressure on the defense all night, honestly.
Jordan, Kuz was saying that he thinks your guys' success in tight situations late in the game in the past little stretch was in part because BK has simplified things and everybody is very clear on their roles in that situation. Do you agree with that at all, or how do you judge the late game situations over the past?
Yeah, we've really focused on that the last X amount of games. I want to say like 10 games or so. Earlier on in the season, we weren't in a lot of situations where we were closing the games like that so close. As of late, we've been in a lot more recently, so just being prepared for whenever the opportunity comes. We know what we want to run, what positions we need to be in, who we're looking for on the offensive and defensive end. And after seeing so many game reps, live reps consecutively over and over, you start to really learn, and credit to our guys for just picking up on that and trying to find ways to execute as best as we can late in the fourth or late in the game.
Do you feel like your role is clear since you've been back in the starting lineup, and it seems like there's a little bit more continuity, I guess, between the two groups, and that it seems like there's really one kind of tone on the floor?
Yeah. I'm playing my natural position now. I think the guys that I'm out there on the court with, depending on the rotations, are also starting to figure out how to play that way, how to get out in transition. I think it was a good example today where Denny had a good contest. I got the rebound, and he just ran down the floor right away. And we put it out in transition, and we try to get out and get easy layups. Feel like we play with a little bit of a faster pace, but we're all still figuring it out, working it out, trying to play off each other, continuing to gain chemistry, and it's all a work in progress.
Jordan, you mentioned playing your natural position, which I assume is point, given Tyus' injury. So can you just talk about how much more comfortable you feel running point and having the ball in your hands?
Yeah. I just think that I'm a threat being able to come down in transition off of a make or off of a miss. The defense isn't able to load up as much just because I'm trying to score, get downhill, create an advantage. And whenever we get that advantage, you're trying to make the right play, whether that's a kick to Corey in the corner or finding somebody on the roll or kicking up ahead for an easy layup. I feel like it's really tough for the defense when they're in transition, and also just making the right reads, making the right plays. I've been getting trapped a lot, getting doubled a lot all season, but as of late recently, and I think our team is doing a really good job of just making the right play out of that, whether it's hitting the pocket, and then spraying out to the corners, or if there's somebody that's having to shake up and run through. It's been a learning progress, or it's been a learning experience, and like I said, work in progress as well.
Coach Keefe said after the game that they have a lot of trust in you running the point. Do you feel like you running, and you kind of answered this, but do you feel like you running the point kind of galvanize the entire team and lift everybody up, given how good you are at ball handling? Yeah.
I also think that it's just I'm a willing passer as well. Of course, I want to be aggressive. Of course, I want to score, but, I'm trying to win the game at the end of the day. So if I see a teammate that's open, or if I can find a way to create an advantage to get the easy bucket for my teammate, I think that's what I'm trying to do just as much as be aggressive and score the ball. I think my teammates are also starting to know that, so they're ready at all points in time. I think there was a possession today where we caught him in a breakdown. I drove right, and Corey shake up from the corner to the wing and got him an open look. So just constantly seeing that over and over and over throughout the course of the game, the last couple of games, has been something that has been huge for us. And I think everybody else is also starting to kind figure out ways to kind of play around that as well.
When you say your natural position, have you always felt that way, or did it kind of become crystallized this year by playing more at the two?
I've always played back and forth, kind of like my entire life. Sometimes I play PG, sometimes I play shooting guard. Sometimes getting thrown at the two just because I can score the ball has kind of been a focus. But I just think the way that we're transitioning into the league, you're having bigger, athletic guards, 6'4", 6'5", kind of running the point, and being aggressive offensively and creating looks for their teammate. I just think that's the way that the game is going right now. But previously, I was also playing a lot of point. My first year in the league, they tried to put me at shooting guard as well, and it's very similar to the beginning of this year. But, yeah, I mean, I've always been like a team player, and whatever you needed me to do, I would do. But I think now, naturally, just being on ball, making the right reads, being aggressive, coming off screen, shooting the ball, trying to get downhill, creating breakdowns has really worked personally, and I think it's helped our team too. Which one? Yeah, all of them. I feel like I'm a pretty expressive person. That's the one? Lock it in.